Hey everyone, good evening. Hope everyone is good. Hope everyone's ready for Christmas. Hope everyone's excited for tonight's training. I've got a really dry throat. I do apologise. So as ever, guys, if you're watching this on replay, hello to all our replay viewers. Please comment, replay, and where you're watching this from. Just want to know, it gives us a really good gauge of one of where people are at, and but also secondly, how and when people are watching this. So similarly, if you're watching this live, let's comment live and where you're from. So again, it gives us a really fantastic gauge, and it's nice for me to see where everyone is in the world. Hey Christelle, hey Jem, hey Jax, hey Bernie. Apologies, I've got a really dry throat tonight. So I'm hoping when I get talking, it will all clear out. I can actually focus properly when talking to you guys. Hey Angela, hey Salumi, hey Charisse. So remember guys, comment live and where you're watching from, and also get inviting your teams, get sharing this live around. If you're watching this on replay, make sure you're tagging your business partners in this as well. If they haven't already seen it, we want to get the numbers up. If you're watching this on live, watching this on replay, we want to make sure this good content gets into people so people can actually see this video and start putting into practice some of the things we're going to speak about tonight. So, hey Tracy, hey Sue, hey Christelle, hey Leanne, hey Brooke, all from Australia, hey Rochelle from Australia, of course, South Africa and Australia in the house, Scotland's here, oh, this is getting good, hey Jade, hey Kayla, hey Lorraine. So guys, I'm going to, before we really get in depth, I'll let the numbers build up a little bit more. But as you know, we had a bit of a vote on what the training was going to be about tonight. I want to try and invite some people on the call tonight too, so bear with me. I can only ever invite 2 people, and I have no idea why. So I'm just going to invite the 4 people it's allowed me to invite. It used to give me loads and loads of people to invite. Now it doesn't. So make sure you guys are inviting people. Make sure you're putting in your group chats. If you're in a group chat and you know people aren't on it, get them watching this. So comment in your group chat. Dan's live now. Let's go. If you're watching this on replay, comment in your group chats. I'm watching this Tuesday night's training call. Has anyone seen it? If they haven't seen it, you can tag them on this. We can really get the engagement going with people, and we can really get this, like I said, this information out to people. Hey Shamandre, hey Bex. Hope Litland's all right. Hope mummy life is good to you at the minute and you're not too tired. Hey Benita, hey Carla, hey Denise, hey Kobe, hey Lindsay, hey Kaylin. Guys, good numbers, guys. So yeah, so we had a vote about what the training call is going to be on. Hey Shannon, cool, Australia's all up now. What time is it for you guys in Australia now in Brisbane? So just let me know what time it is. Hey from Canada, oh, wow, we've got Australia, South Africa, Canada, baby on boobs. Thanks for that. So we've got Canada, Australia, South Africa, UK, Scotland. We're getting big tonight. So, as I said, we had 7 a.m, it's not too bad. So we had a vote on what the topic's going to be on. And the reason being, I've done a couple of these calls recently on one, eliminating distractions, which I think is extremely important. So it's definitely going to be a call we're going to do on the futurist, because distractions can really affect your business. So, and I've done a lot of distraction calls recently, what I've been asked to do. So, that's a really fantastic call that we'll definitely log that one for the future. But tonight, the winning vote was entrepreneurship and creating the habit of creativeness. I done this call in our leaders group, in the executive group for the executive on the leadership call, and the feedback was fantastic. So I'm not surprised it kind of won tonight. I'm going to really go into it because what the main reason for me of coming up with the idea to do this call was actually some things that I learned, the things of what I speak about as well. And that is effectively not relying on anybody but yourself, not relying on the company, not relying on the products, not relying on the, anything, your upline, downline, sideline, your groups, your chats, anything at all. Relying on you and you being the entrepreneur. And a lot of people don't think or feel that they are the entrepreneur, and I want to, hopefully by the end of this call, we can kind of diminish that idea and the concept and give you guys some value that you can go away with to utilize. So like I said, so let's just get into it. We'll get the numbers up, no doubt, as we go. So remember, guys, if you're in your group chats, get in your group chats now and say, look, live and successing, guys, let's jump on the call, let's not miss out. I've seen a couple of the group chats pop up already, so make sure we're in there, make sure we're listening. Hey Mandy. So let's just get straight into it and people can catch up. So we all joined this company, right? And we all joined this business for whatever reasons personal to us. Whether it was because we wanted more from life, whether it was because we wanted to make a change, we wanted more income. We saw maybe a toothpaste post on Facebook and was like, you know what, I wonder what that is. But for whatever reason it was, we saw something else. We saw something extra. We took that step. Now, that is an entrepreneur. That is someone thinking, right, what can I do to improve an area of my life, no matter what it is, whether it is, whether you're looking to improve, your income, whether you're looking to improve your freedom, your time, whatever it is, this business can provide it for you. And effectively, if we've all done this, okay, the reason why we're here, so all of you guys are entrepreneurs, whether or not you actually think or believe it, you are, because you've joined this business to take a risk, to sacrifice, to serve others, to be able to grow. And that is what we do here, essentially. We take risks, we do sacrifice things, and we are prepared to serve others in order to grow. Because let's think about this in a nutshell, okay? Now, our conversation plan. If you don't serve other people, if you don't help other people, you won't grow. And simply put, you won't do. If you don't help somebody else make money, you're not going to earn a penny. It really is as simple as that. So you have to be prepared to serve other people. That's a trait of an entrepreneur. Second one is you have to be prepared to sacrifice to gain. Now, let's be honest, we all understand we have to sacrifice something, whether that is time, whether that is, going out with your friends, whether that is, maybe you're sacrificing TV, whatever it is, you're sacrificing something in order to grow. Because if you don't sacrifice those things, you're not going to grow. Simply put, if you're going to sit and watch, TV all night long and not work your business. If you're going to get up 5 minutes before you need to leave for work and not work your business in the morning, you're not going to grow. If you're going to go out every single weekend with your friends and not have late nights working, you're not going to grow. If you're not going to lose an extra couple of hours sleep, you're not going to grow. So all these little things we sacrifice in order to grow. And, again, that's entrepreneurs. And everyone here is an entrepreneur that done that. And we need to understand it. We need to think about this. Let's think like an entrepreneur. Let's switch this entrepreneur switch and let's think like one. Let's start thinking like one. Now, this is what I want to ask people. So what I always wonder when I think about that, it makes me wonder if we all join that. So I want to get some interaction. Let's get some engagement. If you join this business because you want to grow and you're prepared to serve other people and you're prepared to sacrifice, comment the 1 and give me a thumbs up on the screen. I want to see a like and a 1 if that's you. If you are prepared to sacrifice something, however big or small, doesn't matter. Now, I'm not meaning like sacrifice your life. You could just sacrifice watching one, Geordie Shore, whatever on TV, EastEnders. You could sacrifice watching EastEnders to do this. If you're prepared to serve other people to grow, give me a like and a comment of 1 if that's you. If you're prepared to sacrifice and serve others, comment that. I want to see a 1 and a thumbs up if that's you. Cool, we got some rolling in now. Good. I quit EastEnders. Fortunately, I never watched EastEnders, so I didn't need to quit EastEnders. But that could be a killer, man. That's on like 5 times a week, isn't it? Like half an hour time. And, some of you guys on the course now can see the perfect example of an entrepreneur. But what a lot of people think is, I'm not one because I haven't started up my own business. I'm not one because of this. But everyone here, okay, watching about this call is an entrepreneur, whether you like it or not. Because you are here, because you made this decision to do this, you have, however big or however small it is, an entrepreneurial drive, an entrepreneurial muscle, an entrepreneurial mindset in you to be able to grow and push yourself. Now, the next big question is, now I don't know whether this is going to relate to people or not, why then do a lot of us still think like we have like we've got a 9-to-5 mindset. We think like we've got this employee mindset, or we act like we're employed. Now, a lot of us on this call still think like we're employed. We still think like we're an or we have employees, or we still think we're in a 9-to-5. What I mean by that is, perfect example. Let's talk about now. It's the 19th of December. I know a lot of people are starting to switch off in their businesses already. I know a lot of people have switched off, a few days ago, maybe even at the start of December, people switched off. I'm in the holiday mode. That's the 9-to-5 mindset. I'm really sorry, guys, but that's an employee mindset. You're not thinking like an entrepreneur. Had a call with Kim Rea earlier, and Kim was telling me about how her and John are going to do a Facebook Live. I'm not going to say when they're doing it, but how they're planning their trainings and how they're planning their calls over the Christmas period, because they're still heavily invested in the business. Now, guys, I'm not telling you to not do anything Christmas Day and spend the day working, because that is Christmas Day. Boxing Day, similar, but I'll tell you one thing, guys. Boxing Day last year, I was still putting in work. Boxing Day evening, I was still working. I'm not planning. I'm planning on doing something around Christmas. I'll still be working. I'll still be talking to people. I'll still be, trying to sell products. I'll still be messaging people. I'll still be creating conversations and relationships Christmas Eve. And then when the 27th rolls around, straight again back into it. Why? Because the beauty of this business is we have the power and the control to choose as and when we want to do things. So it's funny enough, I was getting my hair cut earlier. My barber said to me, I bet you must have switched off for Christmas now, haven't you? And I'm like, no, man, I'm an entrepreneur. I don't know. I have the beauty and the choice of when I can switch off as and when I want to. I said, obviously, I'm not going to be doing anything Christmas Day, and I'm going to be taking 99% of Boxing Day off as too, but I'm gonna be choosing as and when I work around it. Cody finishes school, and now a lot of parents on the call too. And a lot of the kids are breaking up, and a lot of people think that when the kids break up, they switch off. Oh, Cody he's broken up now, but still doing live now to you guys. Tomorrow I've still got my daily schedule set out when I'm going to be working, when I'm not going to be working, because I'm thinking like an entrepreneur, I'm thinking how I want to grow. But a lot of people on here will be thinking like an employee. Like last December, I'm switching off. Last December, people are switched off. They're not going to buy, they're not going to do anything. I'm just going to switch off. I don't feel like I need a holiday just because I have no more school runs. And people think like that, and they do. But again, guys, that's an employee mindset. Let's think about the difference as well. Like, if you are permanently relying on the company or your upline to support you, then you're thinking like you're employed. You're still thinking like you're in a 9-to-5. If you're waiting for the company to do the promotion, if you're waiting for the company to supply this kind of content to promote something, or an image, or give you a price list, or if you're waiting for your upline to post something in a group or a group chat, and you're sitting there waiting, and then it doesn't happen, and then your mindset says to you, I couldn't do that promotion because the company didn't do this. I couldn't do that promotion because my upline didn't give me the information. I couldn't do the promotion because I didn't get this quick enough. I couldn't do this because it wasn't in the group chats. That is, you're thinking like you're employed, and you're not thinking like an entrepreneur, because those things don't come into entrepreneur's mind, because they're thinking, right, how can I go get the information? How can I make that work for me? What can I do to make it work? What can I go and create? What can I go and put out for myself? What can I do to help other people grow? You're not thinking like, I need to wait for the company to give me this. And, people have been doing that. I get messages all the time. Have we got this shit done? Have we got this shit done? Have we got this shit done? Now, I know obviously some things we need to be able to tell a customer, like a price or something like this. But at the end of the day, we can still push for things, not knowing the prices. Like, you look at the iPhone X, for instance, or whenever Apple launch a product, we're all gunning for that product, wanting to know when it is. And we're not even thinking about the price. We just want to know when it's coming, what it does and how we can get it. And we can do the same with customers. LumiSpa, we've got the prices today, we know it's coming in January, but we can still heavily promote and push that, regardless of prices. Obviously, we need that to finalise and close things, but it's still gaining that interest in getting it out there. And we need to get into that habit of being able to do that and create that habit in ourselves to be able to do that and not think like you are employed by someone. Now, on the flip as well, we've got kind of three angles on this as well, is if you're permanently thinking that Your downline have to do what you do. Your downline have to do what you say. Your downline have to duplicate what you do. You're thinking like you have employees. You're not thinking like an entrepreneur. You're thinking like you have employed somebody and you have employees. That's still a 9 to 5. You're thinking like a boss. You're not thinking like an entrepreneur and trying to help create and elevate people. You're trying to say to them, right, my business isn't growing because my downline aren't doing what I do. Oh, my downline aren't watching my live videos. My downline aren't in the group chats. My downline aren't active enough. They're not posting. Again, that's thinking like you've got employees. You know, if somebody chooses that they don't want to tune into training call, they choose they don't want to be active in the group chats, they're choosing not to push their business. At the end of the day, that's their choice. We can only motivate, inspire, and guide people. We can't dictate what people can and cannot do, because again, that's thinking like an employee. So the breakdown of a 9 to 5 mindset is effectively thinking like you have employees, thinking like you're employed, and thinking like you still have kind of like limitations on your business, like as and when you can and cannot work. Because at the end of the day, like, you know, like I said, when Hazel first joined this, before I was in the business, you know, I would come downstairs to get ready to go to the gym at like some mornings like 4:30 or 5 in the morning, and she'd be asleep on the sofa where she fell asleep at like 2 in the morning working the business. Now, again, that's like thinking like an entrepreneur. You're not thinking like, oh no, I need to go to bed, it's late. Or you're not thinking like, oh no, what I need to switch off now. You know, it's quite funny. I always remember this so vividly before when I wasn't in the business. Hazel had a call to listen into, and we'd gone out for lunch together. And it was actually like she said, like, let's go for lunch. We got there. She was like, oh, I've got this call to listen into. And I sat there in Nando's, and I wasn't in the business time. The whole time, like, our food literally only took half an hour to eat. But the whole time, Hazel was on a call. Like, I'm sitting like looking around, people think, oh wow, like they've got a really good relationship. One of us was like on the call for the whole time while I'm basically sitting there eating my food. But, you know, I respected that, and I didn't moan or say anything, because again, I knew she had to push herself as an entrepreneur and have the entrepreneurial mindset to be able to have to do these things. But flip that around, actually last week it was well reversed, that like I had to tune in on a call while we was in Nando's again while Hazel ate the food. But again, like, we knew we had to do these things. I knew I had a call to get on, but I also knew I had to get out the house to get on with some Christmas bits with Hazel. So we had to make it happen, because we're thinking like an entrepreneur. What can we do to make things happen? Not thinking about restrictions. So that's what I want you to think about, guys. I passed up my office chair last night, hubby came at 3 a.m. to bring me up to bed. I love little things like that. You know, I'm not saying that everyone needs to get to sleep and work till they're like dreary-eyed or they need matchsticks popping themselves open. But at the end of the day, like, you know, I respect the hustle. I really do respect the hustling people when they do that. You know, I really, really do that. So, as I was saying, if we're not thinking like that, now let's get some more engagement. Let's see how many people are still alive and active. I want to see a heart and a 2 if you are not thinking like you're in like a 9 to 5 mindset, or you're employed. So I want to see if that's not you and you're thinking like an entrepreneur. I want to see a heart and a 2 if that's you. Let's see how many people are still awake on the call and listening. No one so far. So nobody's an entrepreneur here. Everyone is thinking like they're employed here. Here they come. Let's see some hearts and some 2 if you're thinking like an entrepreneur and you're not thinking like you're employed. Tony, Lindsay, Tracy, Bex. Who else? We've got Joe. Lots of hearts now. Jem. Here we go. This is good. Eloise. I never know if I say your name right, whether it's Eloise or Eloise. Kayla, Leanne. Good. Here we go. There's some good. Let's see. Cool, perfect. So that's what I want to think. So, and it's true, we are all entrepreneurs. Like, and I know that because I speak to you guys daily. So I expected this response, and if I didn't, I'd have been like, oh fuck. But so I'm super excited that was a response. So my next question is, if that is the case, why then do we wait for the company to bring us promotions before we push something? Why are we always like, you know, I've had this conversation with people, they're like, oh, do you know what, Dan, like, I'm waiting for season of giving, or, you know, I'm waiting for Black Friday. And honestly, guys, the amount of people, now I understand that we have to pre-launch and pre-promote things, but in November, it rolled round to literally like my first job is new skin. When it rolled round to like the 5th or 6th of November, people was like, oh yeah, I'm waiting for Black Friday. I think to myself, huh? Black Friday's like on the 24th. I've got 19 days. like, and you're waiting for Black Friday to place an order or to like start promoting anything else, yes, you are Samantha, because you're here now. When you see the start of the call, you'll realise what I said, because the fact that you're just in New Skin means you're an entrepreneur. And this is the thing. So why do we wait for the company to do promotions? People, honestly, come to the 5th of November, they're like, oh, I'll wait for Black Friday. I'm thinking, so like 19 days. Like, why are we waiting for the company to do promotions? Why are we relying on the company to do promotions? What they promote in the pre-launches we get is amazing. It's fantastic. But we need to be focusing on everything else that's launching. That we have in the catalogue available for us, that we can utilise and what we can grow and we can push. Again, that's thinking like an entrepreneur. If you're waiting for the company to do things, you're thinking like you're employed, because you're relying on them to do something rather than going out and get it yourself. So again, another question is, why do we wait for the company to design images? Now, this is a bit of a little bit, not a bugbear, but I always, again, when we have, say, the Powerless launch, now, what the company do for us is fantastic, because we do get all these images, and it does save us a job, and you know, to be able to have to do these things. And, you know, when Powerless launched, I simply went onto the Flickr account, I downloaded the Flickr album, popped in Success, done. 40 odd images in there. Very kindly, 16 Ramos sent me her different shade lips, because if I'd have done it compared to 16, it wouldn't have got you sales, it would have been funny, it would have got you engagement. Someone actually said, Dan, you should do it. But let's be honest, guys, if I gave to you 9 pictures of me, like, with all different power lip shades on there, would it really have got you sales? No, it wouldn't have done. So this next bit I'm talking about doesn't really relate to me, because that wouldn't have benefited your business. It probably would have damaged it. Like, you know, so what I'm talking about now is why wait for the company to do images. The amount of times I've had, oh, I can't promote something, we've got no images. And I think to myself, well, neither are we. Like, we have to go and get them. Like, whether we're going to go get them from New Skin or whether we're going to create them ourselves, we have to still get our content and create it. You know, the amount of time people said to me, oh, have we got any images yet? Have we got promotional stuff yet? Have we got this yet? And, you know, don't get me wrong. Like, sometimes people think, oh, I can't make images, I'm not creative on Canva. Well, you know, I wasn't creative on Canva. I'm still not massively creative on Canva. I had to learn, and I do my best on it. And I know many people do the same. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be like bloody super, you know, head marketing, incredible stuff. At the end of the day, it's, you know, you can create something, then it's you, just relate to you. It doesn't matter, even if it's not great, you're going to learn. You've got to start somewhere. Don't let yourself be held back by thinking you can't create something as good and professional as other people do. Who cares? Who honestly gives a fuck about how good it looks? Yes, obviously, the better it looks, it will better you, but at the end of the day, it's part of your journey. And what will be funny is the fact that you can look back in a couple of years' time and be like, I actually posted that, but it was part of your learning curve to get to where you got to. Honestly, guys, if we're all entrepreneurs, let's not be waiting for the company to give us images of things like this, okay? Now, again, it falls back to why wait for your upline to upload into groups. The amount of times I've said, Dan, this isn't in Success Inc yet, and I'm thinking, I know, it will be there. I'm going to do it as quick as I put, and I want to give you guys information like that. You know I do. I want to be at the forefront of information, give it to you quickly. But at the end of the day, I get information just as quick as what half of you guys do. You know, so we can all get it ourselves. You know, we can get this stuff quick and easy. If we're thinking like an entrepreneur, let's just go get it and create it. We have that ability to do that. You know, again, you know, about like information into group chats. Why do we wait for information to be added into group chats? You know, we don't need it. We can all get it ourselves. Yes, the information is handy and it's helpful to our business, but at the end of the day, you know, again, we're all on an even playing field here. We all have the ability to go and get ourselves, whether it's to create images, to get our own information, to get our own content. We can go and do it. We all have a contact at head office, whether that's our account manager, whether that's product support, whether it's call center, you know, whether it's different emails for people, whatever it is. There's always someone to speak to at the office. Always, whether they're speaking to in the US or EMEA, it doesn't matter. There's always someone to speak to somewhere in the office. We just need to find that person to talk to. You know, and again, if people always say in group chats, you know, about information, you know, one of the things as well for people asking information in a popular group chat, hey, has anyone got the price of this, please? Hey, has anyone got the price of this, please? But you know what's really funny is the person asking the question, some people always respond and give the price. You know, I've done it before, but a lot of times I always say, you know, it's on the website. Because at the end of the day, if I need to reply with the price, I have to physically go onto the website myself and then give it in the group chat. That would probably take the person asking the question much quicker to do, because rather than asking the question, they could have just gotten and gone the price Done. Much quicker contact time. Again, think like an entrepreneur. Let's not rely on other people. Let's rely on ourselves and hold ourselves responsible for it. You know, very simply do it, rather than asking the group to, oh, hey, look, don't get me wrong, sometimes it's nice to be able to do that, and I've done it before. You know, if I'm out and about, hey, I'm really sorry, I'm out, guys, I'm out and about, has anyone got a price of the month? You know, I know some of the price off the top of my head, some I don't. Has anyone got the price this quickly? You know, sometimes we need to ask that kind of question because we might be busy, tied down, we need a quick answer. But at the end of the day, like that what Andrea said there is perfect. Gets them to learn the website. And that is why, if anyone ever asks me a price, I always say to them, it's on the website. Always, I say, go on the back office in your office library, you'll see the price list there. You know, people who say, you know, I have calls with people and they're like, oh, you want to you start sending the price list. I'm like, why? Tell them where it is. They need to learn where it is. We need to be turning and creating people into entrepreneurs and not relying on people to be our support or our boss or think like we've got employees or like we're employed, simply put, you know. So now let's I want to talk to you guys about company promos as well, okay? Now, we know we're all looking for the next promo, we're all looking for the next big product, but like now we're always thinking, right, the company haven't launched this yet, we need this or we need that. How many of us always think all the time, oh, we could do with this next product, we need this next product, we need that next product to push, we need that next product to push. Now, let's think about this. Now, the whitening toothpaste, 2.5 years ago, so March 2015, I guess, that was really a non-existent product. Had a little bit of movement in the UK, hardly anything at all. In the US, it actually been in the back catalogue for well over 20 years. Now, if Hayes was on the call, she could tell me how long it's been there. I'm not sure exactly the amount of time it's been in the catalogue, but it has been well over 20 years of whitening toothpaste was about. Now, March 2015, Hayes will come along, use the toothpaste, promote the toothpaste, put it on social media, and that product exploded big time. And now that's like the famous whitening toothpaste globally. It's a product that's now reignited the US. It's now global. You know, people we've seen some of our Vietnamese and our Southeast Asian teams sell them by the thousands. And at the end of the day, that product's been in the catalogue for 20 years. Now, if you're thinking, oh, we need this, we need that, the company needs this, oh, I need this product, why haven't the company got this product? At the end of the day, you know, the company has elevated and grown, and we've all grown too, all because of a whitening toothpaste that was already in the catalogue. It wasn't a new product. The company didn't create this product. They didn't think this will solve people's problems, this is why we need to create it now. It was already there. It's already been there for like 20 years. At the end of the day, that was one that was pushed. Now, how many dormant products do we wonder are sitting there like that? We don't know, because how many people are so focused on maybe 7 to 10 social media top sellers, but haven't thought about utilising anything else yet? It's just something to think about. You know, just because the UK might sell 7 products really, really well, that doesn't mean Australia will sell the same products really well, or Vietnam, or Indonesia, or Philippines, or Australia, or New Zealand, or Canada, or the US, or Germany, or France, or Spain. Like, we don't, you understand, let's think, how many more dormant products could be there? How many of you guys could promote one product, but then it could explode an organisation for you, and you don't know? Perfect example, the big shout out to Lauren Halsey, if she's on the call tonight, because, you know, she was posting the things like the toothpaste, etc. Wasn't getting much interaction. Started focusing on the TR90 shakes. Boom. Now she's selling Dermatic Effects. Like, now they've taken TR90 off because they're reformulating. But now she was selling TR90 shakes and Dermatic Effects like a rocket. And at the end of the day, you know, do we really, let's think about the products we got there. And Mandy, I'd love to start doing makeup and removal. Yeah, we'd all love an extra product, but let's think, we have like, in EMEA, we have like 300 to 400 products available. Do we need the makeup wipes? Or why don't we have a look at what we have got and see what we can do with it? If you're not getting sales of the products you're currently using, what else have we got that you could use? Do you know what I mean? Like, let's think about that. Let's think, what products have we got here? We all learned from Robert Balhagen's sales training. When the big people always say to me, I'm struggling with sales. How many products, apart from asking people the numbers, how many products you promote? Oh, this, and this, and this. Okay, have you not thought about using the other 300 products? Oh, no, I haven't really. So let's think about what Robert Balhagen said. Fish fishing. If your market and your audience isn't buying at the products you're using, chuck a different in there. Try different products and things like this. You know, try fishing with different products. We have 300 products available. So let's think like an entrepreneur. Let's not think about restrictions. Like we only have, I don't think I'll post even half. So definitely, it really is. Like, let's think about this. And this 16 Ramos taught me this. And this is fantastic. What she does, she actually sets up a month schedule of what products she's focused on, and we'll have like 3 different product focuses for every for every week for the 4 weeks. Stick to those 3 and change it, and then, you know, so you're constantly thinking, okay, what can I promote this one? That's 12 products a month you're focusing on differently, you know, if you're going to do it that way. And if you're going to do that, imagine if you're going to do it over the course of the year. Obviously, you're going to push your best sellers more than anything else, but you don't know what one's going to take off for you. So we have to keep on trying. Now, I'm not talking about, it won't help, guys, if you're just going to be like, if you're posting like your products in your group or your personal Facebook, then all of a sudden you're like, buy this is amazing. People, it's not going to do any good because it's not going to have a story or anything. So you need to just think about having a story behind it, you know, promoting different products, having a product schedule for your posting and things. Having a product focus, telling the story of the product. You know, one post won't make the difference, but if you have the product focus across the week, what could that do? Things like, you know, the Baobab, amazing product. It was, you know, the Polish Pill, incredible products. But, you know, I know these are big sellers and I'm just rattling off what's popping in my head, but we have so many that we can focus on. The hand lotion, you know, that is a killer product. Yeah, okay, it may not have the before and after effect of like the whitening toothpaste, but get it into people's hands. It's a great product. To just have a think about what could work for you and what couldn't work for you, and then, you know, and just think like an entrepreneur. So now let's think. So we all want these crazy sales. So to do that, let's start thinking about what else we can launch and what else we could do. Okay, so and let me see. I'm just going through my notes quickly. So yeah, so when Hazel did that, let's think what that did then. Like, that sparked off other people selling all these other products that have been in the back catalogue for ages. Now let's think about this, right? The company was then selling out of products that have been in the back catalogue for absolutely years. Not selling out these new ones they're promoting. They're selling out of all these old other products. Now I see all these different products coming up for people. Get out there, try them, have a product focus, you know, tell the product story. But what this shows, okay guys, it shows the possibility of what we have in the back catalogue. Why we shouldn't be waiting, thinking, my business isn't growing because I haven't got this. My business isn't growing because I haven't got this. My customers need this. Well, you know, what happened with the whitening toothpaste? What happened with like the mascara? Is a perfect example. You know, at the end of the day, that shows the possibility what can happen, and it shows the reasoning behind not waiting for the company. Okay, because Hazel didn't wait for the company when she promoted the whitening toothpaste. All the other guys that started with Hazel promoting like things like the mascaras and stuff, they didn't wait for the company. They just thought, right, what will go well for us and what will work for us? And then they found it, and it went, and it rocketed. They didn't wait for the company. They thought, what will work? What do we have? And let's have a look at it. So, you know, have a look at the website. Go through the product PIPs. Think about what you do have, Leanne. I love that. Think about what you do have, not what you haven't got. Because if you think about what you haven't got all the time, you're never going to grow. Think about what you do have and what you can use, you will grow. So, let's go here. Yeah, so this is another thing here. I hear a lot from people, you know, I didn't get Black Friday sales, I didn't get the season of gifting sales, I didn't get the Lumispa sales, and things, you know, I've heard that a lot from people. I didn't get this, I didn't get that. You know, at the end of the day, promos are nice, but we can't and we shouldn't be relying on those for organic growth in our business. Our organic growth is going to be coming from what's happening day in, day out, not from a one-day promotion. You know, it really, really isn't. Yes, they're nice, the volumes are nice, and the income's nice, but we were thinking about organic growth for long term. Organic growth is going to go better when you have that organic growth coming from your customer sales. So this is where we need to start thinking about creating the habit of creativeness. Okay, now we've spoke about entrepreneurship. Now by the point we've got to here, I hope everyone's realized that we are entrepreneurs. This is how we're going to think like an entrepreneur. Think outside the box. I spoke about it so many times, guys. Think about outside the box. When you're helping someone, ask them what they want, help them get it. Don't dictate to them. We're not employed or have employees. You know, so what we need to think about at the end of the day, we all have the same 24 hours in the day. Okay, we all have the same tools, we all have the same products, and we all have the same company. So what's the difference? Okay, why does someone succeed and why someone doesn't when we all have the same thing? the end of the day, we all have the same toolbox because we all have the same catalogue of products. We all have the same compensation plan. We all have the same company. Now, what's the reason one person grows and what person doesn't? It's because part of the reason one succeeds, and it is simply this, is the creative edge and the entrepreneurial mindset. Now, there is obviously multiple other reasons here, guys. And now, you know, we could talk here about influences and, I don't believe your environment or anything plays a role. At the end of the day, let's just go one. You could say, okay, your influence. That could be another factor, but that's not the factor we're going to talk about tonight. The factor we're going to talk about and have been talking about is that the reason someone succeeds and someone doesn't is that entrepreneurial mindset and having that creative edge. Simply put. Now, people may have said, I didn't get Black Friday sales, I didn't get season of giving sales, but why did other people get it? Was it just because they got more people on their Facebook? Was it because they were posting more? Was it because they got more engagement? Or was it because they made that happen? That's what you got to think about. Like, did they go out there and make it happen? Or do they tell themselves, oh, I'm not going to promote that. That's not a good offer. That's going to ruin business. That's not right for me. That accessory they've sold, that idealised, isn't very good, so I'm not going to promote it. But at the end of the day, do we need to rely on those promotions, or do we need to be going out there, creating our own stuff and having the entrepreneurial mindset? Trust me, that is the reason people succeed. I know this because I only ever advise people based on facts and trends. And when I'm having a conversation with people, I can always tell who's got that entrepreneurial fire in them. Because when they do what they do, they tell me their solutions before their problems. They tell me what they're going to be doing. They tell me their plan. They tell me what's happening. They don't tell me why something isn't working. So we need to be thinking like entrepreneurs and thinking how we're going to get these sales. Not thinking, oh, I'm not getting any. How am I going to get these? That's what we need to be thinking, okay? So now we need to now create the habit of becoming 2 steps ahead, okay? And very simply put, the reason I know this works is because what I did. So when me and Hazel combined accounts, essentially, and we started working together, I was already doing this already beforehand, but I just went next level doing it. Now, I want to be 2 steps ahead of everybody. I'm not talking of you guys. Like, I want to be 2 steps ahead of the not say the competition of like sidelines, uplines, whatever it is, because I want for myself and for you guys to be 2 steps ahead. So to do that, I knew I couldn't rely on anybody. So I didn't rely on my upline. I can't remember now, even when, I never treated Hazel as an upline, but I can't remember the last time I ever spoke to my upline. Now, some of these people on the call may be like, well, honestly, guys, I can't remember the last time I actually spoke to 10 of my uplines. I generally can't. I don't rely on or wait on anybody. The actual upline, I only speak to my 11th upline because there's the Sexmas. I don't speak to anyone in between. I just don't, and I wanted to be 2 steps ahead. And the reason being I wanted to be two steps ahead was because I didn't want to be held back by anybody. So I thought, right, I need to step outside the box and push myself. So if I wanted something, I went and asked the person I knew could give me the answer. I didn't. So many people say to me, oh, Dan, I email in and my account manager doesn't reply to me, or I email in and they don't. So then they just get in a group chat like, in the group chat moaning about it. At the end of the day, if someone's not replying to you, go to somebody else. At the end of the day, like, go speak to the decision makers. If you need to speak to your account manager because something's not working, go speak to the person that can make the difference. Find out. It's so easy to do, guys. Go into the website. You can see contact and support. You can speak to your account manager. You can see other people in. You can ask me, who can I speak to get this answer from? Okay, try this person. Who can I speak to find this answer? Okay, try that person. Call the call center. I've got this problem. Who do I need to speak to? Who is the decision maker that I need to speak to? It is why I instantly stepped, when we merged accounts, I wanted to, no, there's no ranting, I wanted to get on the point of being able to be 2 steps ahead and speak to global corporate leaders. I wanted to have meetings and emails with vice presidents. I sat down with the CEO and the president of this company more than one occasion now, multiple occasions. I've had one-to-one calls, permanently having emails of people back and forward. At the end of the day, I'm not anyone any special because we're all new skin. All of our uplines is new skin. So at the end of the day, I wanted information. I wasn't going to wait for anybody to give it to me. I was going to go and get it. I remember speaking to Nick Johnson back in March about the next 18-month timeline. and then everything happened in season of giving. Like, I knew 90% of it. So why? So I could start preparing our leaders for it and talking to people. You know, that's what we want to be doing. We want to have the edge. We want to think, how can I get the edge? Who's the decision maker I need to speak to? If you need some information, go and get it. We need to get in that habit of doing it. If you want information, go and get it yourself. Go create it yourself. Set some time aside to create your own content. Now, before we get into time management, I don't want anyone to fall in time management mode, because we have all this stuff available. What I mean by that is, say for example, I know, we'll backtrack, Powerlift was coming up. Now, what I mean by that is, instead of like waiting for the information, so right, I've got Powerlips coming up. That's going to boost my business. This is part of my sales time management. I need to create some content. Whether it's just a couple of images, pull some images off of Facebook or Google, whatever it is, create my own stuff, get it out there, my group's posted about it. That's what I meant by that. I'm not saying we need to all spend down hours creating our own content, because that's not what we need to do, because we're not going to fall into management mode. What we need to be doing is setting some time aside to think, right, what can I do to grow my business? And if that means I need to go and create an image, I need to go and create an image for it. If I need a price of something, I need to go and ask something. So now I see leaders stay in front with creativeness, okay? Now, let's talk about offers, teamwork, things like this, okay? Now, I see leaders in our organisation that stay in front of other people on sidelines, downlines, different organisations, different teams, no matter what it is, because of their creativeness and the edge what they give themselves. Because they make it a habit of having like a brainstorming with the guys. Right, what can we do to do this? What can we do? What can we do to grow? What can we do to push ourselves? And as example, do you remember, guys, when the Neutral went out of stock? Okay, now this was back in the UK, and I remember it. The Neutral went out of stock, and we had a big push in Successing. We knew it was going out of stock, and we said, like, let's really push this. We've got like a week or two before it comes back in stock. We all went out and found information. When's it coming back in? Give us a date. So we found out when it's come back in stock. And we hammered it in here, and we pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. And do you remember how much the Successing Neutral campaign absolutely blew out the park? Like, I think it's sold back out again as quickly as it come back in stock. Like, and it was like a promotion, and we treated it like a promotion, but it wasn't a promotion. At the end of the day, we created urgency for people, and we said to customers, look, this is out of stock. It's coming back in. Like. And I remember the big push. We done a week of morning calls based on Neutral to push people to get to create a real big promotion behind it. And at the end of the day, that wasn't a promotional item. It was full retail price. It wasn't on any offers. It was just out there. And we really, really pushed. Now, coming up to the season, to give an example, I know we spoke about this on morning calls, and I don't want to speak about stuff I've already spoken about, but you know, I know teams are out there doing their own season of giving offers. Now, here's the other thing as well. How many people are already thinking about Boxing Day offers? Just because the company hasn't done anything doesn't mean that we can't do it. Who here has already set up Boxing Day offers? You know, January sales. Who here's already done that? Because, you know, at the end of the day, we've all got the opportunity to do that. We don't need to rely or wait to anybody. We don't need to be thinking, they haven't put it in Successing yet, so do I need to go out there and do it? No, like, you don't need to wait for us to do it. Or if we post something, this is amazing, guys, let's all get on this. Well, why not have it ready for yourself? There we go. Look, people are coming in me like, yes, we're planning Boxing Day already. How many of us are planning Boxing Day sales? How many have already planning January sales? How many people are already created maybe an image themselves, Boxing Day in your group chat, whatever it's called, Boxing Day sales coming soon. You know, for whatever you're going to do for yourself, it's up to you and your business, your life, your business, your way. You can promote it however you want to, but let's. See, there we go. Who's not think of this? Yeah, Tracy, there we go. Like, Andrew's done it, Lizelle's done it. I love this, guys. There we go. See, who's thinking of January sales and Boxing Day sales? We've got it coming, guys. It's going to be a big, big thing. Just because the company hasn't done anything. And do you know what? I've had this, people have said to me, like, it's such a shame that they've not done anything Boxing Day. We could have done with that. Yeah, it would have been nice if they'd have done us a promotional offer, but, you know, I'll be honest, I had a call with Michael Linder, our president of EMEA, had a call with him last night, and we had a chat about the offers, and the reason they're not, one of the main reasons they're not doing one. It was one they've decided because their systems can't handle it, and they don't want to do it because they don't have a risk of another system failure. So they're not willing to do it, however much it may help us. While the system isn't ready for it, they're not going to do it because they don't want to put ourselves in a position again, which I think is fantastic, at the end of the day. But it doesn't matter because we don't need to rely on them anyway. We don't need them to do an offer for us. We can do it ourselves. Let's have a big push. Right, what can I do? Boxing Day, and if we're ready for the January sales. I think it's great to do our own too, Jen. It creates individuality. And Lucy started a holiday too. That's right, they do. People still have a job there and work there. So this is what we need to think about. Like, I had people come to me saying, people are saying things like, oh, that's a great offer. What's this offer? Have I missed it? What did they do there? Or have I missed it? And I'm thinking, no, they've just gone and created something. So take that on board, guys. Get in the habit of thinking daily, what can I do to grow? What do I need to do to grow? What can I do to grow? They're the question you need to be asking yourself. What can I do today to get my volumes? If you're like, and we had a call recently with Jonathan Sexsmith, and he said a wonderful idea. Now I've set 90-day goals. We've spoken 90-day goals 1,000 times. So as example, you need 34 points a day towards your goal. So you need to be thinking in your head, what can I do today to get my 34 points? Is posting on Facebook once going to help you do it? Is talking to no new people going to help you do it? Of course it's not. But what can you do to get those 34 points today? If your target is 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 8,000 as an executive, you should be thinking, what can I do every single day to get the points? This is my 4-week plan. This is my 1-week plan. This is my day plan today. What I'm going to do to get my points today, to make those 200 points up. That's what I need to do today. If you're going for LOI, these are your 1,000 points. You need to break it down. What is my plan of focus? And think, right, what can I do to go and get it? Not like, I'm just going to post on Facebook once or twice and hope I get it. No. Think like an entrepreneur. What can you do to go out and get it? Because at the end of the day, if this is your business, it is a business, but say you had a shop and it was paying for your everything there. Your necessity was going to be big, and you'd be like, right, what can I do to bring customers into my shop every day? It's no different than what we have here. What can I do to, is point something better than profit? Nope. Profit is always better than points. Profit is always better than points. Why? Because profit means money in our pocket. So profit is always better than points. Always. I cannot stress that enough. Why? Profit is always better than points. But if you want to do your own offers, that's down to you at the end of the day. But we're talking about promotion now. We're not talking about Monday to Sunday, day in, day out, like June, whatever. We're talking about literally like a promotion for one day. But like I said, like, this is our shop, essentially. This is our business. We need to raise our necessity and think like a business. This is a business. Treat it like a business. At the end of the day, the necessity might not be there where you're thinking, it pays my bills. But at the end of the day, this could be something incredible for you. If you create it to be something incredible for you. If you push it like an entrepreneur. If you push it like thinking every day, what can I do to create the habit to be creative and bring in my income, to bring in my volumes, to bring in my sales? What can I do to do that? I need 34 points today. What can I do to go out and get it? So I need to go sell, 2 toothpaste and a mud mask. That's 34 points. Right. How many people do I need to speak to that? Where do I need to go find people? How am I going to do it? Because at the end of the day, like if you had a shop and you're selling clothing and you knew you needed to make this money up to cover your overheads, you'd be like, right, what can I do to go out there and go and do it? What can I do to go out there and go and do it? I need to get out there and go and do it. So at the end of the day, like, you'd be thinking the same thing. It's no different here. We all have our own business. So, like I said, don't allow yourself to have restrictions. Don't do yourself a disservice and allow yourself to have restrictions by relying on the company, your upline, your downline, products that have gone out of stock, launches. You have the control if you're willing to take control. That's the key point there. If you are willing to take control, you have the control. It's entirely up to you. So, we've been on a little while now, so I'm going to end this call by pretty much saying it's up to you to decide how much you want this. And if you do, you won't rely on anybody. Now, don't get me wrong, it is nice to have the support, But let me just tell you, I want to end this, without getting too dark. I've never had the support from my parents growing up. I never had a real mum growing up. I was never treated like a son to my mum growing up. I never had that support from her growing up. And so I had to learn everything myself and teach myself, and it took me a long time to turn into the person I am today. I had to teach myself to do it because I didn't have the support growing up. But I don't look back and blame my childhood for me not having the best childhood, for holding me back. I had to, I made the choice that I wanted to change and I wanted to do this. Same when we joined this company. Now, like I said, I cannot honestly, guys, remember the last time our upline reached out to us. You ask Hazel, I can't remember the last time our upline ever reached out to us. Honestly, I genuinely cannot remember the last time an upline ever reached out to us or said, well done, or shouted us out on Facebook, or even at New Skin Live, when we spoke in front of 5,000 people, come and took a picture of us or come up to us and said, well done, guys, you and Hazel done fantastic, or Hazel, you and Dan done fantastic on there. None of them did. The only one did was Ingla, and she's our 9th upline, and she's retired from the business, and all the rest of uplines were in the room. We didn't have the support, but does it matter? No, because we're going to grow without them. Why? Because we made the decision to do that. So at the end of the day, you guys have that choice too. It's up to you. I've only heard yeah, there you go. There you go, Lindsay. At the end of the day, you guys have the choice. It's up to you. You don't need the support from anybody. But trust me, whilst you're in Success Inc., whilst we're in here, at the end of the day, you have got the support because I've got your back. And I want the best for everybody because I know I'm not going to grow unless I grow and elevate you guys. But what I want you guys to think about is you don't need to think you need to rely on me or Hazel or whoever, or Debbie or Kim or Bex or whoever else your uplines are. At the end of the day, what you guys need to do is think, at the end of the day, right, my upline is the company. What can I do to grow? I have support in my mentors, but what can I do to grow my business? Thank you for Lindsay, and it is the best support system because we make sure it is for you guys. But what I want you guys to get in the habit and create that mindset of doing is being out there and what can I do to grow? At the end of the day, it is up to you to decide how much you want this, and if you do, you will not rely on anybody. And now, let's end this by saying, have a fabulous Christmas, guys. Don't forget, it's not time to switch off. It's not. If you want to make this business work, if you want to make... before I jumped on this call, I'm still working. The end day, before I jumped on this call, I signed somebody up and sold a clear action system and a mud mask. But literally before I jumped on this call, I can see the message coming in for the young lady now. So at the end of the day, I'm still going to be working hard because this business is my livelihood. But at the end of the day, this business is going to rock it if I make it. It's not going to rock it if I don't make it rock it. If you want your business to grow, only you can make that happen. So at the end of the day, entrepreneurship, create the habit of creativeness. That is going to give you the edge. Creativeness and entrepreneurship will give you the edge. So at the end of the day, get switched on, think how you can grow. Boxing Day training. I think I've done it on Wednesday because I know a lot of people are going to probably be drunk on Boxing Day. So at the end of the day, I thought, I'm not going to be training on here and have a bunch of... I'm doing a big training call next Wednesday, and that's what I thought I'm not doing here because I need everyone focused, and it's going to be a big one, and it's going to help you rocket your business in 2018 and help drive lines and create a stable, strong organisation. So tune into that one. I'll be posting about it soon. Have a great Christmas, guys. If I don't speak to you beforehand, I'm sure we will do. Love you all. Have a great Christmas. Hope you enjoy the families. But remember, if you want your business to grow, it's entirely up to you to make that happen. So speak to you all later.